How are you doing? Welcome to the Cross-Eyed Texan. I have been looking forward to this shave since Sunday. My friend from church, Pat Hart, thank you, Pat, lent me this beauty, and it is the Edwin Jagger 316 in stainless steel. This is a pretty nice razor. I've never used it before, and I'm in search of one good high-end razor. But I want that razor to be a jack of all trades. I have the most aggressive razor I have is a Razor Rock Game Changer with an 8.4 base plate, and that thing's kind of a monster. So I want something in between a DE89 and the Game Changer because I want to up my shaving routine to every other day. The knurling on this handle is very good without being too aggressive. And it only weighs about, with the top cap on, it only weighs about 76 grams. So it's not a very heavy razor. So if that's something you're looking for, you might be disappointed. But you could always change the handle. But one of the coolest things I've seen about this particular razor is next to those pins, there are protruding extensions that help lock the blade in place, and I think that's awesome. But we're going to find out if they actually work. Okay, my criteria for testing new hardware is keeping the software the same every time. So we are using Tabak. It is slick enough, more than slick enough, almost too slick. And the blade that I'm going to be reaching for is my much beloved Gillette 7 o'clock Super Stainless. And I actually don't have a blade loaded this time. And I'm going to try to keep it shorter because my last video was 24 minutes. It was longer than an episode of MASH. So let me get this thing out of here. I'm also not going to use a blade that I've used before or any kind of thing like that. I want to test this out completely. Now, I've heard people say when I've asked what the blade gap is, nobody can give me an answer. I can't find anything on Edwin Jagger's website, although I haven't really looked that hard. But no one can really give me an answer. People say it's equivalent to the 6 base plate on the Rockwall. But I don't know that either because I don't have one of those. So let me get this thing on here real quick. And first, let's put it on the correct way. There we go. I haven't had enough coffee yet. And we have some pretty perfect blade alignment. Looks pretty good to me. So, in my bowl, I have a little bit of shaving soap sitting there. I've got my boar brush from Omega. I've got some Folgers. A sink full of cold water. Boar brush is soaking in hot water. Pre-shave for me, a shower, scrubbed face. A few months back, I found a little silicone scrubber thing from Amazon, and I've been using that. I love that. So let's get to making some lather. Usually I'll load from the container, but I've been experimenting with shaving the soap off and putting it in this bowl. I think I'm probably going to go back to shaving from the container because it doesn't seem to get some of the little bits like I would like to have them. But, you know, it's shaving. We're not landing aircraft on a carrier here, so. I think that'll do it. I've got it narrowed down for a couple of really high-end razors between this and the Mule Roca R94. So, and honestly, the Mule Roca R94 from ShaveNation.com is, I think they're asking just a shade over $100 for it. And the Edwin Jagger, the stainless steel one, is now close to $150. So, well, the price of everything is going up. So, but I'm excited about this shave. I want to see what it's all about. My friend Pat loves this razor. So, we're going to see what you're talking about, Pat. I'm drying off the fingers. And let's see what we got going on here. Let's temper the razor. Do a little skin stretching here. Nice. I wish I had them both here. I would do a side-by-side. Plenty o' stubble. It seems to be mowing it down okay. I would honestly like to have it a little more than that. I mean, if that's the most aggressive that a 6-plate is on the rock wall, then I'm honestly not missing much. Okay, let's rinse. Start on the other side here. All right, now I'm going to do something I normally don't do in between shaving passes, and that's dry my face off as best I can and get a good feel for what it left behind. I feel like it left more behind than I would like. And yeah, it kind of did. It did a good job on the cheeks, but it didn't do a very good job on the neck. So from what I can tell thus far, this is really only about 1 click more aggressive than an Edwin Jagger. YMMV. Your mileage may vary, but it's not significantly more aggressive than an Edwin Jagger DE89. But it is very, very smooth, especially with that blade in it. And I'm probably going to shave with this again on Saturday shave, because I'm going to take it back to him on church on Sunday. So on Saturday shave, I'm going to probably nothing. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to try it with a sharper blade in it than the Gillette Super Stainless. We're going to go with a Gillette Nacette or one of the German Wilkinson swords, because I would like to try it with a much sharper blade. I don't have any feather blades. That is soon to be remedied. I at least want 50 of those in my blade collection, but I ain't got none right now. So, but I do love the handle. The handle is awesome, and I like it because I can kick it like that. Seems to do better against the grain. Oops. Little pull right there. But I honestly feel like that was operator error. And don't worry, Pat, I will run this through some isopropyl alcohol before I give it back to you. Polish it up and put it back in this little nifty transport case you got. Yeah, if this is the most aggressive plate or setting on a rock wall, I don't consider it very aggressive. But like I said, everybody's face and beard is different. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I'll give it that. I think it would be significantly better with a sharper blade. But right now, my very first impression is for what they're asking for it. I think my Parker 78R, the new Parker they just came out with 6 or 8 months ago, is just as good for a fraction of the cost. But it is a tick more aggressive. It's not doing as good of a job as I want on my neck, but then again, that's what I'm judging it against, and I don't think it's a fair comparison. I would like to have something about 0.72 as far as aggression goes. And if you guys know what the blade gap is on this, leave me a comment down below, because I have no idea. I get all these approximations from people, but I can't find any hard and fast data to tell me, because I'm going to have to go back for a third pass. A complete third pass. Maybe my beard's just getting old and cantankerous like me. I think maybe the cheeks are fine. No, it's going to be a complete third pass. I usually don't have to do that. And I can already feel my face stinging. The alum block is going to be unpleasant. Got a bunch here. Bunch right there that it just completely missed. Or it could be me. I'm always the odd man out. I don't care if it's a book or a movie or a razor. I used to play bass guitar, a bass guitar that everybody likes, or audio equipment, which I'm going to be having something coming up about that too. I'm going to throw in something different on the channel. Piece of audio equipment. If it seems like if everybody likes it, I don't. Still missed, but that's my chin. It's just this little area right here. It's just a pain in the pain in the neck. All right, let's dry off the face. That's pretty good. And most of the quote third pass was pretty much just under the neck. I don't feel like it took off as much as I would want on the first with the grain pass. But then again, I'm using a razor with a pretty significant blade gap. And let me stress this again, gentlemen, everybody's face is different. This might be enough to tear your face off. Other gentlemen might say, it ain't enough. It all depends on how coarse your beard is, how sensitive your skin is. There's a lot of determining factors into this. But overall, I think it's a great razor. So what I'm going to do is wet my face here. Yep, missed a bunch right there. Yeah, don't do that at home, boys and girls. I'm stunned at how much it's missed. Especially for the price point. Granted, could be operator error. Sometimes I don't get the best shave out of a razor the first time I use it or with the first blade I choose to use in it. And sometimes a less aggressive razor will cause more irritation than a more aggressive razor. The more you have to rub a blade across your face, the more irritated it's going to be. And a more aggressive razor can leave you with razor burn. And it's a balancing act. Yep, you can hear that. Okay. One more time. All right, so we're going to grab the Razor Rock Elm Block, and we're going to see how it performed. A little stingy on the neck. Actually, it's wow. That is painful. Now, this was with a blade that's not super duper sharp, and the sharpest blade I happen to own is either the Nasset or the German Wilkinson sword. And that's according to the sharpness is according to the chart that they have over at Razor Emporium. Maybe I can get a hold of some feathers between now and then. Because I feel like this thing needs a more aggressive, more sharp blade in it. But I really don't find it that much more aggressive than than the Edwin Jagger DE89. I do not have a 6 plate to try. If you guys want to send me one, you can. But I may have to pick up a Rockwall. They've got the 2C, and I believe it's the 3 and the 6. I would like to try that just to see what it's all about. But if that's as aggressive as the plate is on that, then it's, at least for me and my face, it's not that aggressive. All right, let's rinse this stuff off. But after it's all said and done, it's not a bad shave. My goal is to have something that'll give me 2 passes and 1 pickup, because there's always spots on my face that I miss. All the time. And I think because that kind of did me dirty a little bit, I'm going to need some balm today. Oh man, it's like healing for your face. All right, so this is part 1. I'm not going to give a rating on this razor just yet because I want to try it with another blade. So join me Saturday and we're going to try this with a more aggressive blade. If I can get a hold of some feather blades between now and then, I'm going to try this with a feather. I definitely want to give it a shot. If I can't, I'll be using one of my Nesets, or I'll be using the Wilkinson sword, the German ones, because I think those are a little bit sharper. Anyway, overall, I think this is a fantastic razor. I think they're a little proud of it, but in my research looking for audio gear, I've noticed how expensive things are here in the United States versus in Great Britain and in Europe. Inflation's hitting pretty hard over here, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother channel. But anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Leave me your thoughts, and let's talk about it in the comments below. But please be polite. I mean, that's all I ask. Be polite. I think we can all disagree on things and still be charitable to one another. But I think that's a pretty good shave. We'll try it with another blade. I'll see you guys on Saturday. I have more content coming up today. I'm about to review a fragrance here in just a few hours that I had not planned on reviewing, but it is so stinking good. I have to give it a shout out. God bless you guys. Go be the change you want to see. Open the door for somebody. Give somebody a smile. Pay for the car behind you. Love somebody. And just go out and be a great person. God bless you guys. Have a good day.